Stories are finally finding release. My name is Osademebi, and every week I will tell you a short story written by a Nigerian writer or author. That's the long and short of it. So without much ado, this week's story is by Sarah Ajiri Ikogba, and it's titled Leaving Chaos Behind. Aba, 22nd of July, 1998. Papa burnt down Mama's farm the day we left. It had rained heavily on the night Mama finally asked for a divorce. She had called me the previous evening, her voice shaking over the phone.
Nay, your father threw my things outside again,
she had sobbed, leaving out the part where he had flung his walking stick at her and had bashed her head to the mud-cladded wall. I would later find out about this from my cousin, Oluchi.
I told him that I'm not doing it again, that I want to ask for separation.
Mama, where are you now? Where are you right now? Are you in a safe place? I asked, pacing the length of my bedroom, my heart racing with every breath.
I am outside with my Lord. Look, Nay, don't worry. I will sleep in the Nchiko tonight. It will be all right.
The Nchiko was a detached house we used for storing baskets of dried fish, tubers of yam, kegs of palm oil and bunches of plantain. It was no place for my mother to spend the night.
Hey, you will not do that, oh Mama. Hey, you will not,
I said in a strong voice to show her I was serious.
Nay, Rapuba, it is better like this. Don't worry. Leave it. I will manage.
Look, Mama, I am coming to pick you up first thing tomorrow morning, I said. You will come and live with me and Tayo. Please, pack a few things, but not everything, oh. And no matter what Papa says or does, don't take back your words. Are you hearing me, Mama Inugo? I finished. And for the first time, she did not say, I will not leave my home, or these are the things I must endure. That was a clear sign that she had finally come undone. The next day, before the fog rolled in, Mama was summoned by our umunna, the men whose skeletons wobbled in their skins, their faces sunken and eyes hollowed. They sat on low stools. They flapped their wrappers to swat away the early morning flies and mosquitoes which buzzed annoyingly around their legs. Our wife, Jidenna has told us that you want to scatter this marriage. Why is that? Chief Obido, known for his loud mouth, boomed. Mama looked around before replying. Umunna, I am no longer happy. I have not been happy for some time now. All the men exchanged grave glances. Her answer seemed to confuse them. Happiness? Just that? A shrill voice asked. Is that not enough reason? I retorted, locking eyes with the nuisance of a man. Shh, Holanna, keep quiet. Mama tapped me gently on the arm. Keep quiet or they will kick you out. Papa spoke. She says that I don't treat her right. Can you imagine the nonsense? He was staring at us, with bewilderment dancing in the liquid of his eyes. Chilukwa. Did you not just buy her a new plantain plantation last September? A balding man asked. He was the oldest among them. And even set up this amazing farm for her. He nodded towards the land adjacent to our house. There is nothing Kwada has asked that I have not provided. Papa's eyes narrowed in slits and his jaw clenched. But does she appreciate it? Does she appreciate any of it? He asked, still watching us through slits, his jaw still clenched. I am aware of that. The oldest man smiled. His teeth stained yellow like someone had rubbed the oil from an overnight okpa on them. He placed a hand on Papa's shoulder and said, Chidenna, my brother, you do not need to explain yourself to anybody here. You are a good man, a good husband to Akwada, and a good father to Olanna.
And what about the things I have never asked for?
Mama asked. It was almost a whisper.
The times I pleaded with you to stop, that I was sorry, even when I did not know what I did wrong.
Her voice cracked, and she fought back the tears pooling in her eyes.
It is now evident that you will never see. You will never see how you have broken my spirit for the past 33 years.
Which spirit? Chief Obido bellowed. The air was thick with tension now. Voices rose and refused to fall.
Akwada, you are the one really saying this?
This is why our fathers warned us not to take ungrateful women for wives. The other men joined in, supporting Chief Obido, their voices ringing out from every corner. Mama slowly got up from her stool in grace. She looked pointedly at Papa's scowling face.
I have watched you. I have watched you take and take and take,
she said to him in a stirred voice amid the noise.
For once, Chidenna, I am finally choosing me. I am choosing my sanity over responsibility, or the tag of being a good wife.
Chinegeme. Akwada must have swallowed a seed that was making her behave strangely. Hey! She must have taken something foreign that was pushing her into destroying her home. Inokwa. She was possessed. Possessed by an unclean spirit. That is what our Umunna concluded. Their faces stern and unforgiving, as one after the other they condemned Mama. The meeting, as expected, ended in a tumultuous uproar. The feet of some members of the Umunna scuffling away, sounds of chairs scraping the earth, hands waving wildly, fists slapping hard on thighs filled the air. The men tried to restrain Papa from burning the farm. Mama and I seized the opportunity to escape, fleeing to the waiting vehicle which had brought me to the house that morning. Thank God I had paid the driver to wait. As we sped away, we caught a glimpse of Papa's figure diminishing into the distance. He was yelling in rage as he ran about with fervor, sprinkling the farm beside the house with kerosene. Some of the elders, the ones whose waists were still fit for movement, gave chase. But soon, they realized that no amount of pleading or threatening could stop Papa from torching the farm. They fell back and watched in horror as furious yellow-orange flames snaked into the land and spread into everything around it, consuming it, owning it. You see it? That is how he gets when he starts. That is how he becomes. Mama shook her head. Mama, it is finally over. I am so sorry that you had to endure all of this. Ola, it is not your fault. I should never have... You should not have had to... She paused to fight back tears, but grabbed my hand in hers and squeezed, as if to communicate the words that failed her. After a few minutes of silence, Mama placed my hand, which she was still holding, on her chest. Olanna, look. My chest feels lighter. It is almost as if a knot has come loose. I nodded, placing my second hand on her chest, feeling the gentle rise and fall of her breath. Mama, I need to continue to become lighter and lighter. You will never know what it feels like to carry heaviness ever again. I promise. Behind us, a thick black smoke billowed over the horizon, its smell filling our lungs and causing our eyes to sting. Suddenly, the sky grew dark. The clouds seemed to crack open and water poured down in a torrent. A small smile creased Mama's face. She gently pressed her forehead against the blurry window and muttered under her breath, "Let my sufferings evaporate with the rains." We drove on, leaving chaos behind, burying it in our past, along with every other thing that did not need saving. Sarah Ajiri Ikogba is an author who resides in Lagos. She studied surveying and geomatics, but writing is her true passion. Her debut novel, Bittersweet Symphony, is coming out this year, 2025, with Gem Spread Publishing. You can read more of her works on Brittle Paper magazine and selected short stories on her Instagram page. Connect with Sarah on Instagram and on TikTok at callme_Ajiri. Details and links will be in the episode description. If you've got a story you would like to be featured on this podcast, or a published book you want to make into an audiobook, send an email to info@osadumebi.com or send me a message at osadumebi on either Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or X. I look forward to collaborating with you. And if you've enjoyed this week's episode,
Please subscribe, leave a review, and tell someone, everyone, that stories are a good escape for a few minutes each week.